Alright guys, well, after these test hits on the street, got a new box. UPS man did come, and that's it right there. So anyway, I have rolled the old tires and wheels off, so there is my 8.8 in all of its glory. Boom! Junkyard pull. People give me a hard time about that junkyard pull, but guys, I'm here to tell you, but this, boys and girls, is the Quick Performance Ford 9-inch from Quick Performance. It's a real beaut, but I paid $216 for my 8.8 rear end at the junkyard. It is what it is, and that is it. All 31 splines, 373. So what I did is I took my vice grips, and I'm taking this lower bar out right here. A little slapper boy is coming out. It is not going back in. So that thing is pretty stiff. It's going to make some good metal working, so I'll get some practice welding stuff. So I'm going to put these two back together. But this front bushing is horrible. I'm going to take you guys off the stand so that you can see this front bushing. Take a look at that, y'all. Yeah, it's mint. I'm gonna do the LS cam swap. I'm not even gonna look back there. There is no point. I'm not even gonna look at that shackle. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm gonna simply go get some new parts. I'm gonna take an air chisel to that. Hopefully with that back still tight, I can air chisel this bad boy and get it done. How many jacks are you gonna need? Well, I just didn't want anything falling, so I got the truck on stands and I got everything else on a jack stand. So anyway, you know, there's my, I may end up needing to home weld this side back in, do both sides, but you know, hey, I was learning when I did that rear end, and it's still there, guys. I mean, you know, those perches are still getting the job done. Picked them up from a hardware store here in town, and as I look at that now, I'm like, man, my welding skills have come a long way. That's all I'm gonna say. My fabrication skills have come a long way too. Look at that. I mean, I may have to get the grinder and do something about that. That's just not gonna be tolerable right there. I mean, there's a point where even I'm like, man, I've learned a lot. Thank you, Duke. You've taught me a ton, cleaning up that shock there. So, but you know, guys, you live and learn. That's part of it. I don't claim to be a pro. I'm just having a good time. But you know, if you go back and watch the video when we caught this thing on fire, it is a 373 out of a 2000 Ford Taurus, and it's cut. We built a jig. It's the other side that's cut over there. We built a jig for this bad boy. There's a video way back there in the archives. If you want to catch that, go catch that there. So, anyway, there you go. That's what I'm about to go get the air chisel and chisel this bad boy. So it's about to get loud because I got to get some air.
Folks, if you're watching this, do not even attempt the old air chisel. That one is not strong enough. It won't stay steady enough. And I'm sitting here going, oh man, really? So now, what I did is I ended up, and later in the video I'll show you, I ended up going to get a ball joint remover, I believe, from O'Reilly's. I just loaned the tool from them, and it worked great. You're going to need the heavy-duty version, that's for sure. I'll give you the part number later on, but I've seen people get them out with an air chisel. That air chisel is not near big enough. It does not have near the power to push those things out. Those things have rusted in there for years and years of road grime, water, salt, all that stuff. So anyway, no, just take the whole leaf spring out. I did not look at my rear bushings, not going to. Don't want to see it. So it was bad. It was really bad. But that air chisel wasn't going to cut it. And you're going to need a pretty heavy duty air chisel to get that out. So I would just save yourself some time. Not going to cut it. So now I'm like, yep, not going to work. I'm going to go ahead and take that out. Move on.
That's what enough. Okay, so while y'all are sitting here watching me, you have nothing else better to do in your life. This is not the factory mount-up, so I am really severely hoping that it fits, because this, as you can tell, is not a 10 bolt. I had hell getting this thing in the first time. Beat the piss out of it. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. That was easy. Except one minor thing. First, I'm gonna put that on. I just wanted to see if it would fit. And it does. So, well, so somebody cut this guy right here and left a thread. This truck has had many owners. I'm gonna say that. I flipped the bolt upside down and I got it to stay. And so it is right here. And remember, I took the slapper bar, that bottom one, I took that guy out. It is not going back in, so I got this right here. Actually got it started. I'm gonna put a little grease on that because, man, it is rusted. I'm not cleaning these up. This thing is, it is what it is. So I am not cleaning it up. Okay guys, so I got a little bit of an issue now. These are Calverts on an 8.8. If you see the holders, now look at how much thread. I don't think they're bottomed out yet, but I can't see any thread on the top. And it's really hard to see thread on the bottom. Everything else, shocks went in really nice. That shackle's mint. and the front's going to do good. So it's a little tricky getting all this in. You know, you got to get the little bolt right in that housing because it holds in the perch, and I welded those perches on, and so, you know, you've seen my welding. But anyway, Caltrac is on this side. I mean, it's just get some grease and grease these right here and call it good and get them adjusted properly. But I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll come back and show you guys what I'm doing. That was a little bit of a chore. Those need to be torqued, so I'm hoping that they won't bottom out before they torque. Since I took the slapper bar, this bottom bar off, I've only got two. You see that because I didn't go with the split mono leaf. I just went with the old factory wore out 1982 junk. And of course I've got my disc brakes for my 8.8. So this is my 2000 Ford Taurus, or Ford Exploder donor. But anyway, this is what I'm dealing with here, guys. So just a quick update. Wanted to let you guys see it, and I got to go get the torque wrench and get a few things, and we'll see. Maybe we'll make some races tomorrow. Maybe we won't. I don't know. But people seem to think I'm going to find the weakest link in this hot rod real fast. And I was looking at my brake pads right there. I mean, straight out of the junkyard, guys. I never mess with them. They're there. I mean, it's grabbing. So I got a proportioning valve the other day, but I still got that whole side right there to do, and I've made a mess. So it'll be fun. All right, guys. So I got those in. You know, I took out these two bars right here on the bottom, and it left me with two bars, which is very similar to, you know, a split leaf mono spring. I've got a little bit of an issue. Notice the bars actually go down, and so I'm gonna have to at least bump them into the next hole. I think I'm gonna have to build a bracket or a box, basically a drop. I need about an inch drop. Now it's gonna tuck it up in there a little bit more, and that already makes it look a lot better because I got those tinies up front because of the wastegate. So I, you know, but it is done, guys. That's all there is to it. Everything's tight. Shackles are in. It took all afternoon, I will say that. But man, they look good, and they're all there. So I've looked at what you guys, you know, street racing channel, all the different channels talk about, you know, what is good as far as where the bars are at, and down is not good, and the surface I'll be on tomorrow is not good. So I'm probably gonna have to raise those up and drop it in the back a little bit. So coming back to the old roll cage here, like this feller, I'm gonna measure that. I can weld that. I can box it in. Steel, it's not bad, but you know, I got rid of the old slapper bars, took some weight away, added a little bit, and so anyway, I'm gonna measure that. I'll let you know what I end up doing, but that's it for tonight, guys.